Doormat, diva, or alpha female bitch from hell? Which one are you? You probably immediately associated yourself with one of the above. It's also likely a few other people flew into your head too. These are often terms used to describe many women when it comes to the assertiveness spectrum. Now, at one end, the doormat, people pleaser, very passive person. At the other, the alpha female bitch from hell, the bossy and demanding woman, often the more aggressive person. The diva is an interesting one. Many people take pride in being labelled as a diva, but in the assertiveness stakes, it's not really a compliment or a pleasant or attractive quality. A diva being defined as a self-important person who is temperamental and difficult to please, someone that is acting as entitled or holier than thou, a spoilt woman who wants things her own way and bosses people around. For me, this is all about power, and it's an important element when it comes to how you woman up, if you're following this Woman Up series of mine. The doormats and the people pleasers lack power. The divas and the alpha female bitches from hell let power go to their heads, and it's the wrong kind of power. Generally speaking, there's two types of power: positional power and personal power. Positional power is to do with authority and hierarchy. The structure or the circumstance gives you power for yourself and over other people. It violates other people's boundaries and rights. Personal power, however, is the ability to influence people and events without formal authority. It's more of a person's attitude or a state of mind rather than an attempt to manoeuvre or control others. Its primary aim is self-mastery, competence, vision, positive human qualities, and service. There's a clear respect of one's own boundaries and those of other people. Positional power can kind of be seen as a badge or a sign on a door, for example, whereas personal power can't be seen, but it can be felt by you and everyone around you. Personal power plays a big part in our ability to be successful and happy. It also helps us get what we want, to feel safe and remain confident that we are playing a part in this world and not that the world is playing us. People with personal power don't need to shout about what they want, and they rarely make people feel inadequate or unappreciated. They've got a way of being comfortable in their own skin, believing in what they believe, and confidently saying their own opinions, but still while being able to respect and honour others without feeling threatened. So it's kind of plain to see how personal power lends itself to being truly assertive. As a reminder, assertiveness is the careful blend of consideration and courage. The ability to listen first to understand and work hard to satisfy the wants and needs of someone else. Then secondly, having the courage to state your own wants and needs and request that they be met too. The Assertive Bill of Rights really helps to demonstrate what this might look like in terms of mindset and behaviour. So the Bill of Assertive Rights has 10 elements. Number 1, I have the right to have and express opinions, views and ideas which may or may not be different from other people's, and so do you. Number 2, I have the right to have these opinions, views and ideas listened to and respected. Not necessarily always agreed with or put on a pedestal, but accepted as being valid for me, and so do you. Number 3, I have the right to have needs and wants that may be completely different from other people's, and so do you. Number 4, I have the right to ask, not demand, that others respond to my needs and wants, and so do you. Number 5, I have the right to refuse a request without feeling guilty or selfish, and so do you. Number 6, I have the right to have feelings and to express them assertively if I so choose. And so do you. Number 7, I have the right to be human, to be wrong sometimes, and so do you. Number 8, I have the right to decide not to assert myself, so to choose not to raise a particular issue, and so do you. Number 9, I have the right to be true to my own self. Now, this may be the same as or different from what others would like me to be. That includes choosing friends, interests, etc. And so do you. And finally, number 10, I have the right to have others respect my rights. And so do you. So if any of those have struck a chord with you, either as a people pleaser with zero power, or a diva with overplayed positional power, and you'd like to make some adjustments and move into the personal power space to woman up, then here are my top tips. Number 1, lighten up and have some fun, let your hair down. Number 2, learn to really listen, and that means to solely understand, not to prepare your next response. And thirdly, have bounce back ability. This is about resilience, tenacity, perseverance, and grit. Don't throw the towel in at the first hurdle or sign of it getting a bit hard or tricky. When you embrace your personal power, it will likely have an impact on lots of things. Your work, your personal life, your goals, your friends, your business colleagues, your happiness, your health. And when you find your personal power, own it. So if you'd like to take action and do the work on your personal power, then get your name on the wait list to receive details once release of my autumn Woman Up 8-week group coaching program. The link is with this post.